Well, hello there. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Greta Culliford, and we are the Shopping Channel. How are you feeling? Did you get out of bed and say, oh, my aching joints, not feeling too great, everything hurts in my body? Well, you know what? We're here to help you. We have VitaTree Nutritionals at the Shopping Channel, and we have something really fantastic that's going to help you along. We have for you today the VitaTree Nutritionals. We have the VitaJoints that's going to be here with you, and it is at an absolutely unbelievable price. And the reason why we've offered this to you is because you've seen VitaJoints here at the Shopping Channel a number of times and you've asked about it. So together with the Shopping Channel, Dr. Janine Bowring, naturopath, and the Shopping Channel have put together an amazing offer for you. This is our blockbusters, the VitaTree Nutritionals, VitaJoints. Now, what you're seeing is a 60-day supply. It's auto delivery, which is great. It will come to you every 60 days. You are going to receive 4 bottles, 90 capsules in each bottle. This way, you never have to worry about not having enough, about running out. And the beautiful thing about auto delivery is the fact that you can cancel anytime, you can pause anytime, and you're always going to be guaranteed to get the price that you're ordering it from originally at $108.78. Another reason why this is such a great value is because you're saving over $50. Each bottle sells for about $39.99, which is exceptional. We'd love to hear from you. We know that many of you across Canada are using the VitaJoints, such as I am myself. I've been using it for approximately 2 years now, and it certainly has made a big difference for me. Let's say hello and welcome to Dr. Janine Bowring, naturopath. Hello.
Hello, Greta.
How are you? It's nice to see you.
Well, it's great to be
Yeah.
here.
Thanks for bringing this.
Oh, yes. And I mean, the VitaJoints is such a wonderful supplement. The reason being is that it works quickly, and there are no side effects. And that's the key, because of course if you're in pain, if you're suffering, you need not be. And if you're taking something that's supposed to be helping your joints, of course you don't want to have any of those negative side effects, which is true for so many of the other supplements and some of the drugs, unfortunately, on the market. So what we're bringing you from VitaTree with the VitaJoints is a 100% natural way to help with things like osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, gout, sciatica, maybe you have neck pain, shoulder pain, elbow pain, hand pain, which is so debilitating. I mean, the weather's getting better now. Everybody wants to get outside, get into that garden, but it can be very debilitating if your hands aren't working the way that they should be. If you can't bend down without pain in your low back, if your knees are bothering you, VitaJoints is your natural solution, and it's so easy to take. It's encapsulated, so you're just taking 2 capsules 3 times a day with your meals. If you don't like to swallow capsules, you can certainly open them up into a little bit of water or juice. So easy to do, no side effects. Really, this is your natural solution for any type of joint pain or any inflammation in the body. So this could be someone who has fibromyalgia as well.
Yes.
This is, such a debilitating condition, which is affecting mostly women that I see in my practice anyway as a naturopath. And
I happen to be one of them.
Yeah, which is great.
That Dr. Janine Bowring sees in her clinic.
So, and really, we do see the positive results, and we see them so quickly, as you can attest to, Greta, because it works quickly, and the big differentiating factor with the VitaJoints is that there's absolutely no filler. So dollar for dollar, I know a lot of people are taking perhaps a glucosamine, a chondroitin supplement from the market, and dollar for dollar, you really have to look at what you're taking exactly. Most of the supplements on the market, unfortunately, are laden with fillers, so synthetic fillers that help to fill up those capsules. At VitaTree, I am very strict in terms of our formulations. I didn't want this for my patients or my family or myself. These fillers have toxic side effects. So what's true for the VitaJoints and all the VitaTree products is there's absolutely no filler. Now what that means for you is that dollar for dollar, you're getting only active ingredients in all of our capsules, but you get quick results, and that's what you want to see.
And also the fact that you're able to shop with us here at the Shopping Channel with Dr. Janine Bowring, who received her medical degree, her naturopathic medical degree from the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine. If you have any questions, you can call and speak to her online right away. As a matter of fact, you can talk about how these products have helped you, how these nutritional supplements have helped you. Also, sometimes you'll walk into a store, it could be a health food store, it could be a drug store, and you go to that one department, you're looking for something for joint pain. what do I get? I have absolutely no idea. How is this going to affect me? You try to read some of the ingredients. You don't really understand it, but because it might have a few key words on the front, and you may look at price and say, well, you know what, that just might help. But you know what, I think sometimes it sort of counterbalances everything that's going on in your body, because you could have a sensitivity towards some of those fillers as well. Here, we get to know exactly what we're going to be getting, and it's all natural. So let's take a look at, actually we have a bit of information that Dr. Janine Bowring is going to explain to us.
So what's so different about the VitaJoints, there's absolutely no other joint formula in the world that contains our secret ingredient, the Vita Fruits and Vita Veggies. And this is in here to help to quench those free radicals that have caused a lot of that joint pain in the first place, as well as glucosamine sulfate, which is the best study. The science shows that glucosamine sulfate is the best format of glucosamine that has that efficacy. It works very well in the joints. Bromelain, so ours is a 2400 unit GDU. What that means is that it's the most potent type of natural enzyme from pineapple. It's called bromelain, which is so important for decreasing inflammation and pain naturally in the joints, as well as MSM, chondroitin sulfate, and boswellia. Now, boswellia is a very special plant. It's used as a natural anti-inflammatory. So, again, nature has provided the best nutrients. It's just a matter of having someone to put them together, to have that research behind it, and that's exactly what I've done for you with our VitaJoints, and not diluting the substance. So it's absolutely 100% the effectiveness of the natural ingredients without any filler. So we're not diluting the substance. That's why it works so well, and that's why it works so quickly, and it will work quickly for you. So again, I encourage you. I know that you may have tried other joint supplements, other, conventional medicines as well, perhaps. I encourage you, give the VitaJoints a try if you haven't already. Now, of course, for those of you who love the VitaJoints, you know that the value in what you're seeing today is so wonderful. And we're offering it on auto delivery so that you can get it home. You don't have to think about your next shipment, and you get to, have that value every time that you're getting it home.
Do you know what? We have some great testimonial video. How about we take a look and listen to what others are saying? Take a look.
My name is Ron Percy. I'm 68 years old, and for the past 5 years, I've suffered from pain in my joints and general soreness in my hands. I've been to my medical doctor, and I've tried different supplements, but nothing seemed to work. I, as a last resort, had an opportunity to try VitaJoints and Vita Fish Oil. And after a couple of weeks, the pain was gone, and I was so relieved. I've now made it a general part of my daily routine, and it'll be VitaJoints and Vita Fish Oil will be with me forever.
All right, now, Dr. Bowring, I'm glad we had that piece, because the gentleman said something that, I do. I take my vitamin D. I take the fish oil, and I also take my VitaJoints together. Am I good with that?
Absolutely, and also the calcium, which we'll be introducing today for the first time, so we'll get to that in a moment. But the VitaJoints with the Vita Fish Oil and your vitamin D, what a great way to protect and support those joints, again, in a natural way with absolutely no fillers. So what you're getting here is sort of the 1-2-3 punch to help to give the joints exactly what they need. The Vita Fish Oil is your natural anti-inflammatory, natural lubricant for the joints, helps to get into those joint spaces, into the whole anti-inflammatory effects over the whole body, as well as the VitaJoints. And the way that the VitaJoints works, maybe I'll explain that quickly. Those key ingredients, so the glucosamine, the chondroitin sulfate, is that it goes into the joint spaces. So we're going to take a look at the spine in just a moment here, and this is exactly what we're looking at. So if we look at these cushioning discs in between the spine, these are made up of collagen. So we know that collagen is so important for our skin and our anti-aging effects, but collagen is absolutely important. So what you're getting now in your VitaJoints are the natural building blocks to build up these disc spaces and all of those protective cartilage spaces at the end of all the bones. So if you think about the hip bones, the knee bones, the shoulder bones, they all have this protective cushioning, which is so important that you're building that up, because really the diet doesn't supply enough of these natural ingredients. So that's why as we're aging and our digestion tends to slow down, our toxicity levels go up. That's why the Vita Detox is so important. But what happens is that we don't have the building blocks to give the joints exactly what they need.
And especially if you're eating foods that are processed as well, because all of those chemicals are actually leaching all of the good things out of the body and the joints.
Exactly. And what happens as well is that toxins and those free radicals, those bad guys that we don't like, they actually start to collect in the joint spaces. And that's, again, why the detoxification, the Vita Detox is so important. But the VitaJoints is now giving you the building blocks of what you need to build that proper cushioning between the joints. So if we take a look at a healthy knee joint, this is what it looks like. And if we just move the kneecap to the side a little bit so you can see exactly what's going on, we have normal flexion and extension. So this is a healthy knee. Now what happens, unfortunately, in an unhealthy knee is that this protective cushioning in between the two bones starts to deteriorate, and this is called osteoarthritis. So that you can imagine, if you have bone on bone without having this protective cushioning, then you have pain, you have inflammation, and this is what
grinding. You can
the grinding
feel it.
exactly, and you can hear it as well. So this is when people have to go to surgery. So prevention is always better than cure. The VitaJoints gives you those natural building blocks to keep this nice soft cushioning between the joint spaces. So not only in the knee, maybe it's in the fingers, in the hand joints, perhaps it's in your neck, perhaps it's the low back. So we took a look at the spine. So important that the VitaJoints now is a part of your daily routine, whether you have the osteoarthritis or not.
Preventative. All right.
Absolutely.
Can we talk about age? When can we start using it? I think about young athletes.
Absolutely. We have a number of athletes that take the VitaJoints with great success because the recovery time is so important in especially elite athletes. They want to get back on, on the ice, back on the playing field, and do it quickly. So the VitaJoints, again, now from a preventative standpoint, is so important as well for athletes. But, starting in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, we think that as we age, that, having those creaking knees going up the stairs, having that low back pain is just a normal part of aging. Well, it's common, but it's not normal, and you need not suffer, and that's the key. So whether you're in pain or not, VitaJoints is that natural solution to give your joints exactly what they need and to do it in a very natural way without any side effects, and that's the key.
Now, Dr. Bowring, is there any particular time that's the best time to take your supplements? I leave very early in the morning, so I take them earlier with a big glass of green juice. So do you take it with food, or should it always be on an empty stomach?
Well, it differs for our supplements. I always say at the end of the day, take the supplements, because people get confused, or they didn't eat, they had a snack, and they get all confused, and I get a lot of phone calls as to, okay, when do I take my supplements? Really, the bottom line is take them at any time. However, there are some stricter rules with our probiotics, which we'll be getting to. That's the one that I say you always take with food. VitaJoints is better with some food in your stomach. So that's an easy way to do it. But certainly, if you're taking your VitaFruits and VitaVeggies, it's very easy to implement and to bring, really, because they all work synergistically together. All the VitaTree supplements are formulated to work together. So you take your VitaJoints with your VitaFish oil, which I do recommend, especially if you have that pain and inflammation, and also for the preventative effects as well.
Wow, this is such a great package, and now our viewers don't have to worry about it. They don't have to think I'm getting down to my last six supplements, and now what am I going to do? This way, in the automatic delivery, the auto delivery program, they will come to you every 60 days, and your price of $108.78, which is our blockbuster price, that's the price that you are going to enjoy for as long as you are on the program. Should you be going away, if you want to put a little bit of a pause on when you're going to receive it, you can certainly do that. But the nice thing about auto delivery is the fact that you are always in control. And not only are you in control as to when you're going to receive it, but also when you're taking the VitaJoints, you're going to be more in control of your health as well.
Absolutely. And I always say that your body is your temple. If you don't take care of your body, really nobody else will. And it's really your job to do that. Be proactive, be preventative, do what's right for your body, do it in a natural way, because nature has provided these very special nutrients. So the glucosamine, the chondroitin, the MSM, bromelain from pineapple. I mean, who knew that pineapple would have such a healing therapeutic effect on the body, on the joint specifically.
Right. Now, I'm surprised because I didn't know. I thought bromelain coming from pineapple was also great for the digestive system. Is that correct?
It is, but it also helps with pain and inflammation.
I did not know
because it helps to work at that debris and works as an enzyme to work at that debris that may have built up in these joint spaces. So the other thing that's really important that a lot of people don't think about when they purchase supplements, perhaps in a health food store, is that how long have they been sitting on that shelf?
Yes, good point.
With VitaTree and the shopping channel, it's such a marriage made in heaven, because you're always getting the freshest batch of supplement. It is not sitting around. Our turnover is very quick here, so you're getting the freshest batch. And I have to believe that that's why we have such great results and so many thousands of testimonials of people that have done such a great job with taking control of their health with the VitaTree supplements, especially the VitaJoints, because they're getting those positive results and getting them quickly.
You know, that's such a great point, because I wanted to point out to our viewers, here you're going to find the expiry date right on here. Here, expired December 2012, which means this is a very, very fresh batch. Don't think always when you go into a, it could be a health food store, and I'm not knocking anyone, or a drugstore, if you see something on sale and you think, wow, that's a great buy. If you take a look at the expiry date, because I have found this out by experience, chances are the expiry date is pretty close to being here. That's right. So that is the only reason in many cases that you are getting a great deal. Who cares about a deal? It's not about the deal. It's about taking care of yourself. It's about taking nutrients that are good for you, nutrients that are not filled with lots of fillers. There are no fillers whatsoever in the VitaJoints. We want the information. We want to know what we're taking. And there's a very quick question I have to ask you. I know we're moving on. How about if our viewers are taking prescribed medications?
No problem. There's absolutely no contraindication with taking the VitaJoints, and it's true for most of the VitaTree products, if you're medicated or not, because it's all natural, and that's the key, with no side effects. So if you have specific questions, I always encourage you to contact me through the shopping channel, through VitaTree. I'll always get back to you. You have me at your disposal, because a lot of people do have questions, especially when they're wanting to take something internally. And I am here to help, especially if you have those questions.
Absolutely. Auto delivery at 432-984. It's called the VitaTree Nutritionals VitaJoints. It's a 60-day supply. You will receive 4 bottles, 90 capsules each. So you will take it 3 times a day, 2 capsules, 3 times a day. It will come to you every 60 days. You are in control as to how long you're going to keep on. But when you start feeling good, you don't want to give that up at all. Let's continue on. Let's talk about